Hello and welcome back to your number one diaspora YouTube channel, Austria, with your number one host, MercywaAustria. Guys, just take a look at this. Just take a look at this. How beautiful is this? Alright, back to business. Welcome back to the series How to Relocate to Austria. This is going to be the part 2 of the series. If you missed the first one, please go to my playlist How to Relocate to Austria and you'll get to see it. Now guys, before we get to business, I'm going to talk on the advantages of living in Austria. By the way, if you're new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe and share my channel with others who would benefit from it. So let's go back to business. I'm going to talk on the advantages of working in Austria, and my favorite is that you get 14 salaries. You don't get paid like 12 times in a year, but 14 times. Guys, how good is this? So in Austria you have the 13th salary. The 13th salary is what we call the vacation bonus. So you get it around May or June, depending on where you are working. And then the 14th one, you get it around November. And mostly they pay it November. It's called Christmas bonus. So guys, that's my favorite. Another advantage of working in Austria is that you have 25 days of paid leave. So can you imagine having 25 days of paid leave, then getting this holiday bonus, vacation bonus? Si hivyo ndio vile watu huenda holiday huku. Ama mnadhani ni aje? So guys, you get the vacation bonus and then you get 25 days of paid leaves. That's just more than an advantage, because I don't know of any other country that pays. I mean, in Germany there are some companies that pay Christmas bonus or the holiday bonus, but I don't know of any other country that pays that. Another advantage of working in Austria is that the minimum wage salary is high. Since 2020, the minimum wage salary in Austria is 1,500 euros. Guys, for whatever work you are doing, as long as you are working 40 hours a week, you will be paid at least 1,500 euros. You can be earning more depending on what you are doing and on your negotiation. You can always negotiate for more money. So guys, that's a number 3 advantage of working in Austria. The number 4 advantage of working in Austria is that Austria is very family friendly and family oriented. So mothers are given 8 weeks of maternity leave before and after giving birth. So let's say you are pregnant, 2 months before you give birth and 2 months after you give, 1 month before you give birth and 1 month after you give birth, you are not allowed to work. Even if you have your own business, you are not allowed to work. You have to stay at home and take care of the baby. And then we have 2 years of maternity leave, paid leave. You don't get like 100% of what you'll be earning, but you are paid. So as a mother, you can go on a maternity leave for like 2 years, and if you want to stay home more or longer, it's still possible because you have this allowance. And then they introduced in 2019 the daddy month. So if you are a father to be, or if you are a father, you can take 1 month of leave to help your wife or to help your girlfriend, whatever, to take care of the baby. Number 5 advantage is that the working hours are regulated by specific laws. So normally we work for 40 hours, and if you work for more than 40 hours in a week, like you have overtime, this overtime must be either you get it paid, you get the money, or you get some days off, or like free time off, depending on how much time you did. So that's another added advantage. And there are regulations for work. Let's say like me, highest number of hours I'm supposed to be working in a week, like I'm not supposed to be working like more than 60 hours. And if I exceed the 60 hours, let's say there's an emergency and I have to work more than 60 hours, I'll have a lot of paperwork to explain why am I working over 60 hours. Although this has never happened to me, it happens rarely. So that's another thing. And if the night shifts, as a nurse, the night shifts, if you do the night shifts, you have extra pay. You're not paid like somebody who is working daytime. So at night you're paid a little bit better. And for every night I work, I have two hours off. I get like 2 hours bonus. So let's say I have 4 night shifts in a month, that would make it to 8 hours. So meaning for every 8 night shifts in a month, I get 1 day off. We also have organizations like Arbeiterkammer or Wirtschaftskammer Österreich that help you in case you have problems like with your employer. You just go there and report the problem and they give you help. Like you will never, mtu hawezi akakukalia kwa kazi, hawezi wakakutesa. Ukiwa na shida unaenda tu huko unawaexplainia ni hivi na hivi, and then they help you. Regardless of your origin, your color, you always get help. It's organization for the workers. Advantage number 6 is that you are paid monthly and the money always comes in time. Like even if end month, let's say 31st of January is going to be on a Saturday, they always make sure that they pay by Friday, so that by Friday you get your money. Sio kama Kenya. I had this friend, she texted me and told me, hey, Masisi unisaidie hata katao mbili hapo hivyo juu sijalipo for 3 months, I have to go to work, sina fare, sina food, blah blah blah. Something like that will never happen to you here. Ona vile watu wanajienjoy. Another thing is that life is good here, my friends. Si mnajionea tu. Life is good. I mean, it's expensive, but even if you pay for it, you have a good life. You can't complain. I mean, sometimes you do complain, but we just need to appreciate life more. Life is good. Like everything is modernized, everything is chap chap. Hakuna kungojea kwa maofisi kama Kenya. Another advantage is that the education system in Austria is very good. Austria has many universities and many schools. Schools are free. You might pay for the kindergarten, and there are some kindergarten that you pay half price or totally free, unless it's a private kindergarten. And then primary school is free, secondary school is free, university is for Austrians, and for people from the EU is free. And for the third world country, it's affordable. Really, it is affordable. You have to pay for something, but it's affordable compared to universities in Kenya. Then the next advantage, tumefika number 10 ama tumefika number ngapi? I think it's number 10. So the 10th advantage of living and working in Austria is that it's centrally located. Uko katikati ya Europe. It's just in the middle of Europe. So wherever you want to go in any of the European countries, it's not far. At most you have a 3-hour flight, but the trains are also very good. There are night trains going to different cities. So if you want to travel, if you want to visit another city, you can always do it. It's doable. And with the paid leaves, you can plan for anything. I've gone to several different cities like Barcelona, Paris, Amsterdam. It's not because I'm rich, but because we are centrally located, and it's just doable. Saizi ni nini? Msiniulize hata hizi nini, mimi mwenyewe sizielewi. Anyway, look at this. I live in a city called Salzburg, and we have the forest. Can you see how these people conserve their nature? We have forests, we have rivers. It's so beautiful. Oh, another thing I wanted to tell you is that Austria is very beautiful. It's a very beautiful country. The Netherlands know how beautiful this country is because they're always full, mostly in the federal states of Tyrol. They're always coming there, always driving with their camper, what are they called? Camping vans. Beautiful. Yeah. We call them campers in German. That's why I was a bit confused. Here's the camping van I meant. This video was taken a couple of weeks ago. It's a traffic of the Germans and the Netherlands driving back home after their holiday in Austria. This just tells you how beautiful this country is and how loved it is. And indeed, it is. Look at this architecture. I have no idea anything about that. Today we are going to talk about relocating to Austria with the red, white, red card. A red, white, red card was specifically created for the third world countries. So with this red, white, red card, it was created for people with skills in shortage occupationals. What does that even mean? It means that there are some jobs where they don't have enough workers. So they take anybody who is willing to do the jobs. And these are just normal jobs like if you're a cook, mostly the tourism industry, waiter, cooks, nurses. There is a list that I'm going to put in the description box. So please go ahead and check through the list if your occupation is among them. By the way, there are so many occupations on them, and I'm sure some of you are going to get their occupations on the list. So go ahead and check if you get your occupation there. One thing with this red, white, red card is that you can't work wherever you want. Let's say you get an employer who is willing to sign a contract letter with you. You have to stay with this employer for 2 years. That's the main disadvantage. Maybe it's not even a disadvantage, because if the employer is nice, if you kama mnasikizana vizuri, it's not even a problem. But kama uko na mashida, if you have problems, there are these organizations like Arbeiterkammer or Wirtschaftskammer Österreich. They can always help you whenever you have a problem with your employer. And they help you regardless of your color, of your nationality. As long as you are employed in Austria, you can always go to them and they will always help you. And in case you really have problems that you have to change your work, it's still possible, though it will have a lot of paperwork to do with it, because when you are given this red white card, it normally is only, let me show you something. Look at this. Normally it just means that you are allowed to work with the specific company or employer that gave you the job. So with the red card, you're allowed to work for 2 years. And let's say after 2 years, you've stayed with your employer for 2 years, you've done your job well, you can always extend it. There is another one called red plus, which I'm not going to talk about today, but maybe on the next I'll talk about it later. The criteria that are looked into for you to be given this card is that you need some skills. You should be having some papers. Maybe you studied, maybe you went to a college, you need some skills. If you have worked for some times, that's a bonus. And also you need some language skills, either English or German, depending on your occupation. So if you are, let's say you're a nurse, you need some basic skills in German. And if you are, let's say you're a cook, or you are working a technician who is working with the computer and stuff, you need some English skills. What are the requirements for you to be able to apply for the red card? The requirements are you should have completed a vocational training, like have some papers pana. Kuwa na makaratasi zako uko umesoma, umemaliza shule, kama ni college, whether it's a college or a university, whatever it is, as long as on the link I have on the description box. You need a permanent job on the occupations that's listed. But getting a job, if it's really a job that's on the list, getting a job will be easy. And maybe very soon I'll also talk about how to look for a jobs and how to send your applications, about CV, how you can pimp your CV to get a job, and things related to applying for a job in Austria. So you need a completed vocational training, you need a permanent job, like just send the applications, then you get a job. Once you get a job, there is this very important thing that you also need, 55 points. They do work with points system. So what is these points that they are needed? Let's say you have a certificate. Let's say you have a diploma or certificate or whatever that you have on your papers. Already you have 30 points out of 55 points that they need. So you have 30 points. If you have an English certificate, that's another 5 points. If you have level A1 of German certificates, that's between 5 to 15. No, 11. A1 is 5 points. A2 is 10 points. I mean, the higher you go, the more points you have. If you are under 30 years, that's 15 points. If you are under 40 years, that's 10 points. So you understand the point system. That's how the point system works. I'll also leave a link for the point calculator. You can answer the questions, and then you get to see how many points you have. If you are a qualified nurse and you want to apply, this is very important because they need you to get your certificate or diploma recognized. This is very important because you can't just send an application without having your certificate or your diploma certified or recognized. If you did your diploma in European countries and you have your certificate certified, then you can work in Austria. If you did your certificate or a diploma in Kenya or in any of the third world countries, then you need to send your certificate for notification. If there is somebody who is interested in this notification thing, just let me know and I'll do some research. What I know is that it has to be sent to the University of Applied Sciences to be certified. If anybody is interested in this more, then let me know, then I'll do more research and I'll help you the process. So what documents do you need for the visa? The documents needed are a passport, birth certificate, passport size photos, which is not older than 6 months, then a relevant certificate or diploma as a proof of completed vocational training, work confirmation. This is like if you have worked before, just go to your boss, tell them you need like a certificate or something written down in black and white, meaning that you have worked before, how long you have worked, what exactly was your job, things like that. And then you need a language certificate in English or in German. If it's in German, it shouldn't be older than 5 years. But if it's also in English and you are not coming from an English-speaking country, it shouldn't be older than 5 years too. Then the costs of the visa. The visa fee is 120 euros. Acha niwaweke maudako. The visa fee is 120 euros, and once you receive the visa, there's another 20 euros to be paid. So what's the procedure like once you have sent your application, your visa application? Your papers, okay, you go to the embassy, you bring the required documents, and then the Austrian embassy is going to send your papers to Austria, to IMS. IMS, it's like a body of employment in Austria. IMS is going to go through your papers, check if you have everything. They're going to check the points, if you've reached at least 55 points required. And once IMS sees that you have everything required, they'll go ahead and tell the embassy, okay, this guy has everything required, and then they'll give you a working permit. So once you get the working permit, the Austrian embassy is going to call you and tell you you have got the working permit, and then they'll give you the visa. So once you've been given the visa, that's it. You can come to Austria. Okay guys, now we are going to check if your job is on the list that I was telling you. Now you can type in migration.gv.at, or using the link, just go left, scroll down, and then on the service, click on the red, white, red card. After you click on that, and then you can see this list in blue. The second one is skilled workers in shortage occupations. Go ahead and click there. And then from there, you can see how many jobs there that are listed here. No, sorry, that's not the list, but you just scroll down and then click here, which professions, and then you go ahead and click Austria-wide shortage occupations. So from there, this is the list I was telling you. It's written in English and then in bracket in German. So just scroll down, and if you have studied or if you did a polytechnic or college or whatever, as long as you have your certificate in black and white, these people like papers so much. So there's no shortcut. Usiniambie ati masi nitafutie job sina makaratasi. That will not be possible, because if you don't have it in black and white, it will be very, very hard. If you have it in black and white, naweza nikakusaidia. So go ahead and scroll as you check what job you are doing. This is already over 30 jobs. Then you continue, over 50 jobs. People, lazima upate job yako hapa. They're almost 100 jobs. Even masseurs, whatever. What is it called? Masseurs. Electric professions, waiters, waitress, all these. And they go ahead and, if you click there, they go ahead and even write more information about the job. So people, just go ahead and scroll it. If you find your profession, my next video will be on looking for a job in Austrian market. Okay? Okay guys, this is the points calculator. I'm going to leave a link, or you can just go ahead to migration.gv.at, and just a minute, I'm just gonna make my music. Okay, so go ahead to migration.gv.at, or click on the link that I'm going to leave you on the description box. When you click the link, you can scroll down. Look, even here on the right side, there is a quick check where you just click on in Austria, I'd like to work, move to my family, study, start a business, whatever. Or you just go left on the points calculator. Click on the points calculator. I'm just gonna accept the cookies. You don't have to. And then I'm not gonna read the whole of that because I've read it before. Then click on, if you have skills and shortage occupations, click on that, and then you go to next. Professional education and a shortage profession. Did you complete professional training? If you have completed training, yes. Let's say you went to a college or you studied, you just click yes, and then go to next. And then if you have a job already, then click to yes, and then you go to next. Did you complete one of the following educational programs? Yes. Next. Do you have experience outside Austria? If you've worked, you just click there. If you've worked for less than 1 year, for 1 year, for 1.5 years, and the longer you have worked, the more points you're going to get out of this. Let's say you've worked for 5 years, you just clicked yes. And then 5 years. Do you have work experience in Austria? No. If you've never worked in Austria before, then you click no. And then look, already you have 30 points so far. So you go to next. Already you have 40 points because you have your certificate and then you have worked for 5 years. If you have a German language, whatever level it is, A1, A2 or A3, A2 or B1, you click. But if you don't have any, you just click next. On this case, I'm going to take the level A1, which is the very low, and then you go to next. Okay, you have to answer all the questions. Do you have English language skill? I'm going to click A2 and this one. Next. How old are you? Let's say you are under 30 years. If you're under 40 or under 50, just click. Bonus point for English language skill. This is only if the company you are working for needs only English language. Then you click yes. But if they need somebody speaking German, just click no. So far you already have 65 points, which is great. See, you already have 70 points out of 55. So that's how you can calculate your points. I hope this video was helpful to you and that you can at least look for a job in Austria and join us, guys. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you're not new, welcome back. And I'll see you on the next video. I told you guys this is a series. This is the part 2 of the series, and there are more to come. So stay tuned. And if you have any questions, please go ahead and DM me on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, MercywaAustria. Let me know where you need help and I'll do my best to help you. Otherwise, I hope you guys are going to go on the links that I put below, get the message, and apply for the jobs. Really do this. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and share my videos with others who might find them useful. And I'll see you on the next video. Like I said before, this is a series. There's a part 1. If you missed it, go ahead and check it out. This is the part 2, and there are more to come. Because I know you guys will have questions, and from the questions I'll make videos to help you. So okay guys, have a nice evening, have a nice morning, have a nice day, wherever you are, and I'll see you on the next video. And as usual, nawapenda wote.